Hello, class. This is the overview for week number 4, and I bet you're getting used to the rhythm of this class. Every week, we're going to have one of these checklists for the tasks that you're supposed to be doing for the course, and many of you have worked ahead. And you're actually probably watching this in week number 3, even though this is the overview of week number 4. Let's get right to the checklist and take a look at what we're supposed to be doing in week number 4. You have quite a few generating exercises, and I'm going to budget 3 hours. Maybe it's quite possible you get them done in 2. Some of you may spend 4. People work at different rates. Put some thought into them. Put at least 5 or 10 minutes into each one of the generating exercises, because if you do, you are generating ideas and thoughts that you can use in essay number 2. There's a lecture content area about drama and theater, and you're probably going to spend an hour or two. Let's put 2 hours taking notes and watching that. Tell you the truth, I think most of you are going to spend less than an hour. When you think about it, that's a lot more efficient than driving to campus and having to listen to me lecture at you for 2 hours twice every week, right? So before you start saying, "Oh, this class is way more work than I thought it was going to be," I still want you to have that, you know, thought in your mind. It's really not that hard, okay? You're going to develop a thesis for essay number 2. Put some thought into that. 30 minutes, okay? Because a thesis is the most important sentence in every paper, and it's going to be the one sentence that the rest of the paper spends time developing. So it's probably going to be the one sentence you put the most work into. You're going to have one of those organizing cover pages. You're going to get used to those by the end of the semester. Put some thought into that. I'm going to say 2 hours. I'll tell you why. You're supposed to still be developing your sub-arguments, coming up with some secondary source information. That means research in the library, spending some time thinking about how can I get quotes from scholars or critics, other people who have written about this novel or this play or this author or this topic to support my sub-arguments. And the cover page will help you organize all of those different elements of your essay, or at least make sure that you have them. So, and by the way, I want you to take that cover page, put it in your essay, and it should be pasted in your essay after the works cited page so that I can quickly evaluate your paper. It really helps me a lot. So we've got a quiz on drama this week. We have a discussion about Shakespeare, so there's some discussion threads. The quiz is going to take you 15 minutes max. Some of you are going to get it done in 5. The discussions, let's give it 30 minutes. I can't imagine everybody's spending that much time on these discussions, but maybe. Some might blast it out in 10 minutes. Some might, spend an hour. I want you to read a sample essay about a novel. I want you to watch a play and read a script eventually. You may spend no time doing that this week and read it next week. So you can put 0 if you want to. Maybe you're still reading your novel. I don't know. Maybe you spent no time reading your novel and 2 hours or 3 hours watching a play. It's up to you. This is asynchronous. Everybody's working at a different rate. But if you don't keep track of what you're doing and have a checklist, it's way easy to procrastinate and put it all off to the end of the summer term. And we don't want to do that, believe me. You may be revising essay number 1 this week after getting feedback from me. Those of you who have spent less than 15 to 18 hours, I would recommend read ahead to week 5, read ahead to week 6, even 7, okay? Your first essay, it was due on Wednesday. That was last week, but you were offered an extension to June 30. If you work with the Writing Center, you still have time to get it in. Essay number 2 is due July 6th. That's right after July 4th. And some of you probably took a vacation, so you may be thinking it's a good idea to work ahead when you see things like that coming up on the calendar. Let's add up the total number of hours spent in week number 4 and be honest with yourself and with me. Is this really as hard as everybody says it is at first, or is it it's just a matter of sitting down at the computer and getting the work done. I think it's the latter. Um, Write down some of your thoughts about what you're learning. It's a really good thing to do because you'll remember the ideas longer, and it'll probably help a lot when you get to the final exam. So maybe you're learning something about theater. Okay, what's the fourth wall? You should know that. What is the shape, the narrative arc of a typical play? You should know that. Write some of those things down because those are things that you are going to pick up in the lecture content area up here. Okay. Every week we're going to have a checklist like this. So that's it for week number 4. And I'll see you again week number 5. And one last thing, try to have fun with this. Don't approach it as a chore that you have to do just to earn a grade. It should be fun watching a play. It should be fun reading a novel you want to read. And you won't have that much trouble earning a good grade on your essays if you just do the generating exercises, do the organizing cover pages, work with the Writing Center team teachers to help you polish those essays. When you get them to me, I think you'll be surprised at how good your grade is, okay? Have fun.